I am so excited to see this movie. Yippee! Let's get the elephant out of the room. I'm not excited at all. Other than the Venom movies, let's be honest, Venom is the only good thing to come out of this Sonyverse. Otherwise, the other movies have been some of the absolute worst superhero movies I have ever seen. Madam Web was, dear God, awful. Morbius isn't as bad as people say, but it's still a fucking train wreck. And I'm not very excited for this, because it has a 14% on Rotten Tomatoes. I heard the dialogue is awful. Which, when a movie has dialogue that's really awful, that's when I really, really start to critique it, because a movie needs good dialogue in order to buy the story. So I heard if you see this movie with a couple of friends, which I got 2 other friends I'm seeing this with, you'll have a good time. If you look at it as a dumb, fun movie, so that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk into this wanting a good time from it, I guess. I really hope this movie doesn't take itself too seriously. Otherwise, I'm probably going to shut down on it, but whatever. Super fucking excited, though. Just absolute. Thank God, though, that Sony gave us the rights. Holy shit. It took them 7 years. 7 fucking years to basically give up the rights and stop these atrocious movies. If I see a Kraven the Hunter shirt at the Green Bay Mall, I'll get one. Let's get this shit over with.
Oh, it's probably good. I think I know why.
Taco Bell, I'm gonna get loaded so he doesn't fart.
But not bitches.
Correcto. So we're at the mall before we go to the movie, looking for some Funko Pops, and then I don't know, maybe some Christmas stuff. Honestly, I'm just trying to avoid this movie. I know I have to watch it by the end of the night because I'm a movie reviewer, but I really don't want to watch this, guys. Look what I found. Kraven. Yay. He actually, I'm not gonna lie, he actually has a pretty cool adaptation in the game, so there's that.
Alright. We're at the movie theater. Going in, seeing Kraven the Hunter. You ready to review this movie, my man?
We still got no bitches.
Oh my fucking God. I'm not excited. I'm going into this. Hopefully, I'm gonna have some fun with it at least. But I'm not excited with that shit awful movie, Madam Web. I don't think it's possible to make a movie worse than Madam Web, but we'll see. So, let's do it.
Dave.
I'll be genuinely shocked if there's 3 other people in this theater. Awesome, guys. Can you believe that? It started at 9:15, not 9:30. We could have missed at least 30 minutes of this movie. I already know it's going to be a piece of shit. I gotta stop. There we go, guys. That's awesome. Look at this, guys. Look at this. No other person in the theater. Shocking. Holy shit. Oh my God. Unbelievable. Okay, well, it wasn't complete dog shit. It wasn't absolute dog shit. So I'll give you that. Madam Web was way worse. And I know this is kind of a stretch here, but I'm gonna say this right now. It's not as bad as people say, but it still didn't make it good. Did it have some creative vision? Yes, but I don't think this movie was still any good. Like, this is still a Sony movie. It was so fucking stale. This movie was pretty shit, but it wasn't as bad as people say. Alright guys, we got back from watching Kraven the Hunter. Yeah, I know. And I just gotta say, this ain't as bad as people say it is. I think
bad at all.
I think people are kind of over exaggerating. Like, is the dialogue awful? Yes. It's atrocious, just like Mad Web.
It's not
but
that bad.
It's not
It's
as
really
bad
not.
as Mad as Web.
It's really not that bad. It's just mid. That's it.
So him and Cameron thought the movie wasn't actually that bad, and they actually enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I personally just thought it was pretty boring with some excitement. It's a Sony movie.
How is it boring?
To me,
You're saying
dude,
it's
the
boring?
first, dude, the
The soundtrack was amazing.
I'll agree. The visuals were also cool.
But some of the
animal
fight
divisions,
scenes,
yeah.
the fight scenes, come on.
But they don't last long enough for me.
The entire movie doesn't have to be about fight scenes. It's about the
Well,
story.
yeah,
of the
absolutely.
movie.
But when you're
But
telling
like-
a story that's dog shit,
How was it dog shit?
the whole thing was awful.
How? I don't think you.
So it
I don't
gives
think
you
understood
it gives you a 20-minute. Yes, I shit you not. It's gonna be one of those reviews where I disagree with him pretty much all the time. So just get ready for this. We might be arguing on this one. I think that they spend way too long with young Kraven and don't tell him enough about the old one. Or yeah,
It's his
the
backstory.
older one. Yeah, but you don't spend
It
20
sets it
minutes.
up. Yeah, it's a flashback, dude.
Yes, but you don't. If it's a flashback, usually it's like a quick glimpse, so you know.
You got that brain rot, dude. What the fuck?
No, no. It's like fucking Daredevil. I love that movie, but it takes way too long on Matt Murdock's origin story. Like, if you're gonna do a flashback like that, do a fucking TV series.
A whole TV series just for a flashback?
No, not for a flashback, but I'm saying
That's
if you
what you
want,
just said.
if you want to do longer
But
flashbacks,
that's not what they were doing.
keep that for a
They
show.
had to do it in a movie.
Yes, right. So they should take enough time, not almost
movie was-
half of the movie.
It wasn't half the movie.
I felt like it was.
It was not. It was.
It
was
dragged.
15
It
minutes.
dragged. It dragged for me.
It wasn't that bad. It really wasn't bad at all, honestly.
He mentioned that there were some cool action sequences, and yes, but
Dude.
I don't feel like they do
Dude,
it
some
enough.
of the kills, fucking phenomenal, dude.
I don't think they were
Phenomenal.
gory enough. I don't think they were gory enough. Like, they do nothing with this rated R, like, factor. They just kind of slap the rated R. It's pretty tame to what, like, The Crow. That was bloodier than this movie.
That was tame as well.
No.
That was very tame.
Dude, the fucking jaw gets ripped off.
That's one kill.
No,
That's one
there was
kill.
multiple on the opposite. I'm not gonna argue about that.
That's
one,
one kill.
but
That's it. There's
seriously,
multiple gory kills in this
though, in
movie.
this one, yeah, but it's still pretty
Yeah, you
tame.
just admitted it. It's there.
It's still
There
pretty
you go.
tame. It's
Right.
okay, but the story structure is shit. The pacing is shit. What I mean by the dialogue is awful is there was this one time I had to fucking hold back my laughter in the theaters because that was goofy as fuck. You cannot tell me they were trying to joke there.
What?
So there's this one scene where one of the Rhino's men, he comes there and he's telling the Rhino, he's like, Kraven's still alive. All of our men are dead. So the Rhino's kind of just like looking over this window view, and he's like sitting there like a mobster, and he's just like makes this goofy fucking sound.
Yes. Okay, hang on. It was goofy, yeah, but I think they did that on purpose for it to be a little goofy.
I don't.
It was like going. It was like that. It wasn't that bad.
You know what I think?
It
I
really
think,
wasn't that bad.
I think they were trying to be serious, and it just came out so fucking goofy. There were so many people. Like, that was a serious moment. There were so many people in that theater that
Okay.
laughed.
When you're mad, have you never done that before? Just like,
Yeah, I went. Not.
I've done that. Yeah, I've done that. I've been pissed off. He's pissed off. Yeah, it's part of the thing. It's not.
I will say the Rhino.
It's goofy.
It's the
It's
only-
a little goofy. Yeah.
only good part of this movie is like the Rhino.
He said the fucking Rhino in the Amazing Spider-Man 2 was better.
Honestly, we owe that man an apology because this Rhino was atrocious. Like
Why?
I love the look of this Rhino. That is the best looking Rhino we've got into adaptation. I personally don't think that characters like MODOK from Ant-Man and the Wasp and Rhino and Scorpion don't really do well in live action because they're just too cartoony. But I feel like they can be done, but people have to expect that they're gonna look goofy.
Wasn't Doc Ock?
Dr. Octopus? No, he just
With
had
the arms.
mechanical arms. That's it.
Why is Scorpion?
Well, because Scorpion can be depicted into two ways. We'll talk about other side villains in here too, because those are awful. Yeah, kind of. But Scorpion wasn't in the movie. But Scorpion is usually depicted as a big mutated green monster, or he's a man in a suit basically. I think the best adaptation of probably Scorpion was in the Marvel's Spider-Man game. Perfect adaptation there.
The second one?
Was it the second one?
I don't know.
It was a robotic version of it. Also,
Isn't that how he's supposed to be?
Yes.
So
Yes.
Isn't that kind of like CGI goofy?
A little bit. But Vulture, let's do that. Vulture from Spider-Man Homecoming was perfectly done. They took an old design and they kind of modernized it and made it look cool.
I hate that term, modernized. It's such a bad term. It has
I know
so
it
many-
is. I know it is
It has
because
so many negative connotations. with
right
that.
because
Because
I feel
it's
like
for a modern audience. Well, bullshit. It sucks.
because guess
Most
what?
of the time.
Captain America got his comic accurate suit in Avengers Endgame. Thing looked fucking phenomenal. Like when they do these goofy cartoon characters and people are like, oh well, that'll look stupid. Look at Wolverine in Deadpool and Wolverine. Comic accurate, cartoony as fuck, but worked. Absolutely worked.
Well, there's a reason he had the suit.
Well, right. But some people are just like, oh, well, let's modernize it. And I agree with you. They do need to
You
stop
don't
doing
need to
that.
modernize everything. Sometimes it's
no.
just good the way
Okay
it is.
to have, yeah.
It's just good the way it
Like
is.
the Red Skull from the first Avenger was also perfect.
He's a space Nazi.
Yeah, completely.
He's a Hydra guy.
Completely well done. Kraven here, I felt like they could have done more with the story too. I didn't know they released a Kraven the Hunter solo video game recently.
Recently?
I couldn't believe it.
Really?
In Marvel's Spider-Man 2 though, I feel like he's better adapted than this movie.
I thought his dad was gonna be Kraven the Hunter, but I could see how he became
I
like
knew-
his dad.
Dude, I saw that too. I thought he was gonna like pressure it onto him maybe. However, dude, Russell Crowe is I hate saying this because he is an Oscar nominated.
He did good.
No.
He did good.
No.
Why?
No.
What's wrong?
Absolutely not.
What's wrong?
He is one of the most fucking basic ass villains.
What did you want him to be though?
He's
What
not
would you
even a
rather-
villain. He's not even a villain. Really, he's just like a guy who talks like this and says you're weak or wants to be on top. He's just he's such a basic ass fucking villain.
But you said he's not a villain, so now he is.
Well, it's kind of it's both ways because you don't really take the guy seriously.
Why don't you take him seriously?
Dude, you want to take the guy? Dude, it doesn't make any sense later too because it's revealed that he hired a rhino and told him information about his son Kraven the Hunter to go hunt him. Which Rhino and his dad have conflicts. So why the fuck would Rhino listen to this man? And I knew it all along. It was so predictable.
Okay, I don't think you're getting this. Like, he probably didn't give it to him directly.
No,
Obviously,
you
he probably
are
let-
imaginating things.
No.
And this is just a
Hang on,
shitty fucking.
Can I
Yeah,
finish
go
here?
ahead.
He probably let the information slip, and like to an informant that informed him that because he knew he was going to inform him, and that's how he knew and manipulated him to go after his son, so he could
Okay.
get rid of him first.
Okay, right.
That's
I
not
think-
me looking at stuff. That's
I-
in the movie.
I think Cameron kind of depicted it the best, and that I can just go with that. He goes, well, he did it for his own benefit, not for his dad, because he hates both of them.
He did it because his dad tricked him into doing it because his dad tricked the guy into going after him. You know, well, not going after him, but like, well, yeah, but like kidnapping his brother, which forced him to go after him, and that kind of helped his dad out because he's a rival mobster, gets rid of him, now he's the most powerful mobster in the city,
Right.
right? That makes sense, right?
I kind of, but it
No, that
it
makes
was
perfect sense.
that makes
That
sense.
makes
Okay,
sense.
that makes sense. But
That
dude,
makes sense.
dude, you just explained it better than an hour and 50-minute length movie.
I got it. I got it.
You got it because
I'm not a smart guy.
I don't
It's
even
not
know.
like a big plot.
it's not told well. It's all over the fucking place.
I could agree. Yeah, they go to too many locations, and it's kind of all over
Yes.
the place. But I can still understand it.
Get the premise.
I can still get it.
But you kind of gotta imagine things in order to understand it. I feel like.
Do you
Because
not have an imagination.
I am so. Dude, what are you fucking talking about? I don't have an imagination. Of
Not
course.
everything needs to be shown. Not everything needs to. You don't need to see.
Yeah,
that
but
character.
when something's not shown that has to do something with the basic plot, that's when it's an issue. That's why
Okay.
I critique badass dialogue.
So, okay,
when
okay.
there is a movie with shitty dialogue, I tend to critique it more
Now we're
because
talking about the dialogue. We were just talking about the story.
the story and the dialogue, it's kind of the same thing. It's like
No, it's
the,
not.
the dialogue,
No, it's not.
if it's told, okay, how do you tell a story then? How do you tell a good story? With good dialogue. It could be a good story,
You ever
but
heard-
you can have shitty dialogue.
Have you ever heard of a thing called silent pictures? Silent movie pictures.
Okay, you got me there.
Yeah.
Yes, however,
Yeah.
but that's emotion. That's emotion. That's because they're at least showing something that tells the story. That tells the story. This movie doesn't. It doesn't.
It over-explains it.
I don't even think
It over-explains it. It does. There's a lot of like information dumps, which I wasn't a big fan of, but it's not that big of a deal. You get what you. It's not a bad movie.
I guess don't nitpick at everything like I am.
Like,
Maybe I'm being a little too harsh, but
It's a character.
by all means.
He went into it with a bad attitude. Okay?
Yes, I agree. I went into
and
it
he was
with
just
that
going like this throughout the movie, just like, ha!
because it was some of the dialogue, guys. Like it was fucking atrocious, absolutely atrocious.
It wasn't atrocious. It was just like.
It wasn't as bad as Madam Web.
It
Like
was-
I said, I don't think it's as bad, but it's not good in any way. Like I don't think it's
In
a
any
masterpiece.
way?
Not really.
In any
like
way.
some redeeming qualities with some of the action.
So then it's good.
not
in some ways.
No, okay.
You just
there can be
You just said
there
it.
can be terrible movies with some good qualities.
But what you said is like it's not good in any way. But then you said it has some redeeming qualities. You
Yes.
just contradicted yourself.
Kind of.
You just contradicted yourself.
All right. Some are good. It's not much. It's still a bad movie.
Ow.
It is. The story structure is terrible. How do you look at this movie? How does this shit? How does the people, how they talk in this movie? How do these actors look at the script and be like, no, that shouldn't be in the movie?
Okay, if you're gonna
Because they're just asking for a paycheck at this point. They're just like, yeah, whatever, shitty
Okay,
dialogue.
okay,
we
okay.
don't care.
I'm gonna
Let's
ask you
give me the
something.
paycheck.
I'm gonna ask you something. Do you think like people in real life look at someone in a movie while they're in the movie and go, and if they're in real life, they're not gonna talk like they're in a movie, right? They're not gonna go over like, what you just said. They're not gonna do that. It's.
That's what they do in this movie, though.
I mean, yeah, but it's a super.
They also
movie.
make
It's a super. They do that in Infinity War too, but that's a good movie in your opinion.
They also make Kraven a complete softie, a bad guy, and that's what Russell Crowe's character.
A softie?
Yes, dude.
Why?
Kraven the Hunter is basically Russell Crowe's character in this movie.
He's still young though. It's his origin.
I
story.
don't care. Like
It's his
seriously,
origin story. It's not quite there yet, but he's getting there.
he doesn't even wear his iconic outfit. Sony thing. It's a Sony thing to do.
Yeah.
The last second, the shots that they show in the trailer with him lighting up the torch with his cool outfit and shit aren't even the movie. I was so pissed when I found that out.
They do that for a lot of movies. They just make up scenes for a trailer, or they just cut out.
I know they do it for a lot of movies, but when it's a comic accurate, like some of that Sony's got to understand. Sometimes they have really good actors. They have really good suits. But they're on for in this universe, it's problematic because Venom looks awesome. Venom is one of the best designs in comic book history. Maybe add the spider, then it'd be pitch perfect. But
Well, they need Spider-Man.
Sydney Sweeney's black Spider-Man outfit was only on for 30 seconds of the fucking movie. But, dude, perfect. Sweet adaptation. Seriously. But they just should have explored it more. I'm honestly glad they're taking a break from these Sony movies because they need to learn. Like, how do you look at this shit? How do you look at this shit? This is the same fucking company, remember, that made Into the Spider-Verse and Across the Spider-Verse. Two absolutely phenomenal
It's
animated
part of the-
films.
It's not the same part of the company though.
Oh yeah, it is. It's made by Sony Animations and Sony Pictures. Believe it or not.
Different
But like,
people.
look at the quality. Look at the quality. between the Venom movies.
No,
And then
they
Madam
just-
Web,
that's
Morbius,
CGI.
Kraven
That's
the
not-
Hunter.
That's not animation. That's CGI.
It's so bad.
Sony Animations is different than CGI. Using CGI. That's like a
so
completely
wrong.
different department. They don't have any say. This is not like a cartoon movie. This is.
Oh yeah, this is a cartoon. The dialogue makes it seem.
Dude,
There's a line.
you're such a hater.
There,
You're
no,
such a
no.
hater.
A lot
Oh
of
my
people,
God.
a lot of people agree with me.
Being overdramatic. That's what it is.
A little
You are
bit.
being so overdramatic.
I'm not being over dramatic, guys. I'm not. Is it better than Morbius? I don't know actually. It might,
I don't know.
but the dialogue's holding it. But there's this one line in here, and I shit you not. It's so fucking obvious. Like how I don't know how this shit doesn't make it past the border, but this lady's talking about her grandmother that makes a potion for Kraven the Hunter in this movie.
Yeah.
And she goes, yeah, my grandmother died. I never seen her since.
That's not what she said.
Well, no shit! Yeah, she
That's
did!
not what she said.
That is what she...
You are remembering that wrong.
No. Look up the script right now. I guarantee that's what... That's how bad... No, that's how bad this dialogue... That's how bad... He
no.
doesn't even believe it.
No.
He does not even believe
That's because that's not what she said. That's not what she said. She said, "No, I can't get more because my grandma died." He asked her, "Hey, do you got any more?" She said, "No, I haven't seen her since that
Wait.
trip."
it. No, she
And then she died.
That's what
shortly
would have
after.
made sense, but in
That's
actuality...
what she said.
No.
That's what she said. You are misremembering stuff.
Look it up on your phone. You got your phone on?
I don't have my phone on me.
God damn it. Well, I'm gonna look it up in the end of this video, and I'm gonna put a text
The
saying
thing is,
what it was, and I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Even if it is, sometimes they change the script. They go off script. So
Like, I want to know because they did a lot of reshoots. This is supposed to come out last year. They said they needed to fix it and make it better. I want to know what version was possibly better than this, or was worse than this, because what an awful movie. Like, it's not.
you're being so overdramatic.
I'm gonna give it, honestly, guys, a broken TV. I'm gonna give it a higher percentage though, because it's not the worst movie in the world, but it's still pretty bad. So
okay.
it's pretty bad because the story structure,
Just the story.
the dialogue,
Just the story and the dialogue.
the performances feel so stale and out there. The line delivery is atrocious. It's the pacing is awful. I can name shit all day, but it's time to
Because
wrap
you're
up the
nitpicking
review.
it. Because you're nitpicking
No.
it. Because it like personally gets to you.
No, man.
You're
I'm
not,
gonna give
I think
this-
You're not rating this movie on like you're rating it on like the.
Dude, I tried to
zeitgeist.
go in this. I tried to go in this with a good mood.
No, you didn't.
No,
No, you didn't.
no, I did. I
No, you
tried.
did
I
not.
tried to go in this
No,
in,
you
in a good mood.
You said right before we watched this movie.
I know, but I tried to go in.
That's
at
exactly
least-
what he said.
I tried to go in at least. Like, I thought this was gonna be fun. I heard if you see this with friends, it's gonna be enjoyable because you're gonna
It
laugh.
was.
You're gonna laugh how bad at how bad it is.
It wasn't that bad. I didn't laugh.
And I didn't.
I laughed at the joke that they actually.
I really
wrote.
also like
I
how
laughed
they-
at the joke.
I really like how they adapt Kraven's powers in here too. Like, there's this one scene with perfume. It's hilarious. It's that kind of got me laughing.
Is this a spoiler review?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah.
basically,
The person
he's walking
walks up,
past this
yeah.
girl, and he goes, "It's really nice perfume, man." He's like,
This did get me to laugh.
and then the lady's like, "I'm not wearing perfume." And her guy walks past, and he looks at him. He's like, "She was gonna find out eventually, dude," and then walks away.
She fucking slaps her. That was hilarious. I gotta say that was
Come
a neat
on!
way. That was
You're
kind
gonna
of
give
funny.
this a fucking broken TV?
I'm
Come
gonna
on,
give
that's
this
a good
broken
fucking.
TV.
That's a good fucking joke. Come on.
I'm gonna give it like
You are such a sourpuss.
64.
Oh my god.
64%.
That's still good. That's still good. It's still
It's-
passing.
It's not the worst comic book
But
movie
you're-
I've seen, but it is pretty fucking awful. Surprisingly, there are worse movies like this, like Batman and Robin.
The Crow that came out? I don't know.
I'd watch The Crow over this. I really
You
would.
were delusional.
I am.
You are fucking delusional.
And so are you. Oh shit. Alright guys, well you tell me what you thought about this movie, about Kraven the Hunter, and yeah, thanks for watching and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.